It's another bag of stuff. Let me rip this open and then start pulling it all out, and we can actually see what's in it. So I'll just get it out onto the bench. One moment, please. It's out. It's on the bench and we're ready to explore. There are two wearables again. Another style of hat. Let's get this out. So this, what do they call it? Oh yes, it's a Men, Women, Brooklyn, New York hat. Right, okay. You can tell me if this is very New Yorkish, but basically speaking, it does say Brooklyn, New York on it. It's a beanie, except, well, I take this out. Ugh, plastic form keeper. It's a beanie, right, except it doesn't have a skip. It's just, is this a common thing in Brooklyn, New York? Is it a common thing to have a baseball cap with just no skip? Right, tell you what, I'll model it at the end of the video. Likewise, I'll model this, if it fits. Camouflage bandana. Okay, I saw someone in a European video wearing one of these. I thought it was quite stylish. So I got one. Hold on, I'll get it out. It's going to have to come out the bag at some point. I suppose in a way this is very similar to what some Sikhs wear as an alternative to a turban. Oh, that's quite strange. Yeah, so it's like a bandana, but it's got this little tie tapes at the back. I'll try it. I shall try it later on. I'll try it at the end of the video. Right, okay. Where do I even start here? There's so much. Oh, this is quite interesting. Many of you will find something like this quite useful. You know how when you have a silicone gun, this is 3D printed. That's weird. I wasn't expected to be 3D printed. The whole thing is 3D printed. How odd. A lot of products I'm finding are 3D printed these days. That's strange. Is it really justifiable to make cheap products? Like I suppose in China it is. But the idea is that if you have a silicone or caulking gun, then, or caulk to give it its actual name, then to protect the nozzles, you can unscrew the nozzle. You put this over the end of the silicone gun itself just to block the cap. And this you basically just shove into the silicone nozzle. And it means that when the silicone in there hardens, you can then just drag it out to clean that. And then theoretically, this has sealed the silicone from actually hardening in the tube. Theoretically. That's so weird. And it's been printed with the flat surface here pointing down. That's odd. I wonder who made that file and had their design ripped off, basically. That's what comes to mind. Let's open this. I can see what's in this. It's an LED flame, but is it going to be any different from the normal ones? It's got a bit of it's got the little V-cut bit. Okay. I could power this up. I will power it up. One moment, please. There it is. It's running about 3 volts at 33 milliamps. And I have to say it's very, very yellow. What's it like on the other side? It does, some light does come through from the other side. This bit also, is that a bit pulse modulation I'm seeing? That it's actually looking quite flashy and flickery. I'm not sure. It doesn't, this is ramping up and down. That's why you're getting, what I'm seeing to the eye is this is fading up and down at the bottom. So, but you're seeing pulsed modulation in the camera. Okay. Right. There should also, if I recall correctly, be a blue one of these where all the chips are visible. Let's open this. Feels like a little box, possibly a box of filaments. It is a box of filaments. Well, right, tell you what. Let's, I think these are low voltage. I think these are 3 volt filaments. It's nice they supply them in a box. Those of us who were early adopters of LED filaments will remember when the eBay sellers used to, I'm just going to turn the power supply on again, used to send lots of broken filaments in a loose in a bag, and I get the feeling they were broken before they got shipped. Not that I'm accusing people, but it happened so many times, and it was just the wrong way to ship filaments, that I get the feeling that it was duffers. So this is lighting dimly blue from this side, and it will be brighter blue from that side probably. It is. You can see the chips. I could even count the chips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 or 16. It's very hard to keep track when you're counting such a small thing. Anyway, yes, nice filaments. They will have uses. I shall put them next to, I'll put the little LED flame in the filament box and then just put it over there. What's next? Oh, this is the other filament. So the power supply is still on. Where's the marking positive and negative? It's not that clear. And if you connect it the wrong way, it's going to fry the chip. Okay, so for reference, pin 1 is normally positive in these little chips. I'll find out when I connect the power up to it. So let's put this here and this here. There we go. I'll touch the voltage up a little bit to make it brighter. Is this giving the same? It is giving the same pulse modulation effect. It must be the same one, but you're not going to get much light in the back of that because it is. Well, you can see a slight glow through it. But the most interesting thing here is that the all the chips are visible. That's so much easier than the first one I reverse engineered when these first became available and the chips were not visible. What happens if you turn the power off and on? It just lights up all continually. Okay, right, okay. Initially. Right, I shall put that in the little box of LED filament type things. I don't think there's anything else like that, but you never know. I forget what I order. Right, let's get this bag out of the way. What's next? This. Don't know what's in here. Oh, interesting, yeah. Right. This is going to be fairly straightforward inside, but it's quite clever. There's 2 of these in different formats that will open up. I'm going to zoom out a bit because I'm way too close. This is suitable for, it's got a picture clock on it for a reason. It's suitable for 5 to 15 volts. So if you've got a 12 volt router, you plug this between the power supply and the router itself. And every 3 days, I think it turns off and then on again to reboot the router. So it's a device that can be used to reboot electronics to make sure that if they're prone to crashing, that they're going to recover. Or in the case of the routers, I feel I have to use the British and American and European pronunciations. I think with them it's quite useful just to turn it off and on. It gives you a new IP address as well if it's the random IP address has been given out. These are all ultrasonic atomizers. Now the reason I got these is because I'm on an ultrasonic atomizer kick at the moment. And some of these have interesting circuitry that I want to take a look at, and the inductor arrangement. This one looks fairly standard. Okay. These are so cheap, it's actually cheaper buying the full module than it is buying the disc. This one, is this the same one? It might have been one of those buy 2 and it's the same cost as one anyway. Oh, this one's different. This one is different with a strange little sleeved inductor. Okay. We can explore these in a video. So where's the unique one that had an unusual component arrangement? Is it this one? Which may have been a back EMF diode across the, or flyback diode across the coil. Is it this one? Not sure. This one's got a couple of diodes, more than I would expect. So that is going to be interesting to explore. This is the most interesting of those. Right, okay. Oh, talking of which, the ultrasonic atomizer I got that atomize Aroma oil into the air. They all arrived together in one shipment, as in separate packages. And interestingly, they'd stuck a little label on them, listing the ingredients. And the ingredients are just completely wrong. It says water, propylene glycol, and then it goes on with the aroma oils and extracts. In reality, it's not water-based at all. It's a load of crap. It's if you dip a cotton bud in it and light it, it burns. It's oil-based. I think they may have done that just to get it through the postal system. Because in the UK, the postal system doesn't like anything that could possibly go on fire, no matter how small it is. And I'm talking bottles of perfume. They regard that as fuel. Very strange. This? Oh, it's a set of lockpicks. A little set of lockpicks. Do I have a lock to pick? I can't really think of a lock handy to try this on. But the idea is, oh, where's the little tensioning bar? Oh, there it is. This is a little bar you put into the lock to actually, well, the lock-picking law is a good reference for this. But this, you put this in and then you rake the actual, either with this or depending on the lock, you can try all the different styles, but you rake it along the pins inside, and quite often that will open basic locks. I think the lock makers have had to step their game up quite a lot, since there were dedicated lock picking channels showing how easy it is to pick locks, and it is very easy to pick locks. Now I'm wondering, do I have a lock? Is it worth trying this? One moment, please. Boo. No joy. The only locks I could find were rusty locks that just were probably not in a good condition to even use the normal key for. But a little lock picking set could be fun. Could be fun. What's in here? I didn't want to do a lock picking lawyer where it's just a huge disappointment because nothing happens. What's this? Oh, this is another of the aromatherapy type things. They call it aromatherapy. Is this one going to have the oil shipped with it, or is it going to be separate? Yeah, right. So this is another one. I wonder if the oil is in another packet. I don't think so. Is that another ultrasonic atomizer? I think it is. Okay. Right, so that's another unit that the oil will be coming separate. This came really quickly then, just because they decided to ship it without the oil. The little sticker on the end says, don't break the iron disc. Basically speaking, they're telling people not to shove things down the end because it's quite a delicate little ultrasonic atomizer. This one, what is different about this one? Oh, this one is different. This is an ultrasonic atomizer, but it's got a little extra wire. Wondering how they've implemented this. And you stick it into the liquid and it measures conductivity between the liquid, it's for water, and the disc, and can actually turn off if the water level goes below this. But I wonder how they're sensing that. If it's just DC, that's not a great thing because it causes corrosion. And I don't see anything too fancy here. But who knows? We'll find out. I'll reverse engineer it and then we can explore that circuitry. I'll stick this next to all the other atomizers. This thing's quite bulky. It's foam tape. Just foam tape. I'm trying to remember why I bought foam tape. I had something in mind to seal something, but it is just self-adhesive foam tape. It's odd that it's actually viable to buy things like this from China and get them shipped. I'll put that to the side. That also, like the smell of the adhesive and the foam is just quite overpowering. But on the subject of that, here is another thing that I thought was quite interesting. It is designed for doors and things like that. But it's basically a self-adhesive strip with brush built into it. Very fine brush. How have they put that in? Oh, it's on a channel. It's been punched. Oh, it's been punched through a plastic strip. And then that's been laid into this channel, which is adhesive. So you can put this on at the base of a door or panel cover, and the brush will seal against gaps when it closes to prevent airflow in. That's interesting. I was kind of interested to see the construction. Now I know what the construction is. It's kind of gets squashed a lot in the shipping though. It's not held its shape too well. but interesting. And how well will the adhesive hold up, I wonder? That remains to be found out. On the subject of strips and tapes, there is this silicone repair tape. Better results so far than the eBay seller who, when I ordered a roll of this from them, they sent gaffer tape. That's not the same thing. This is silicone repair tape. I'm just going to brighten this image a little bit, like that. And the idea of the silicone repair tape is it's like a rubber amalgamating tape. It's, if I cut a bit of this off, it is very, very stretchy, and it self-fuses onto itself. So if you get something like, say, let's get the handle of this, and you stretch it and wrap it round onto itself, it kind of seals. It sticks to itself and it seals, and that makes her a very, very waterproof connection. It's used supposedly for repairing leaky pipes, but I'm not sure how well it would deal with the pressure of that. But certainly for keeping water out of things, it's pretty effective. And at the moment I can probably peel this off. Maybe I can't peel it off. It can be peeled off, but it's really started fusing. It started tearing, in fact, because it's fused on so tightly. That's pretty impressive. Never going to get that off. Going to have to cut it off now. Okay. So that is like a modern alternative to what they call rubber amalgamating tape. It used to be very popular with the satellite installers because by wrapping it around the coaxial cable, they could keep all the water out. I used it on Christmas lighting installations. If water did get in, it was quite dramatic because it was like a big rubber seal, and when it went bang, it would blow out and then it would make connection again. So it sounded like a machine gun at times. This is the other router resetter. It's quite small. What voltage? It doesn't say what voltage it is. The label doesn't say anything. I'm going to have to look up the data. But this will, again, be a little microcontroller, act as a timer, transistor, switching the power off to a router to reset it. Interesting. Or whatever you need reset. I don't think it doesn't like switch it off for hours. Every 3 days it will just like dip the power for about a minute maybe and bring it back on, just enough time to ensure a proper reset. This thing, it says ultrasonic insect killer. That's not what I ordered. It says mite remover, household bed mite eliminator, small. Oh, this is the mite eliminator. Oh, is this going to be one of these fake ultrasonic things? Bold claims. It's like an ionizer, right? We're going to open this right now, aren't we? We are going to open this right now. What's the bet? There's a little piezo disc behind here. I thought this was an ionizer being falsely sold as a mite eliminator. I'm just looking for a smaller screwdriver that I can fit in there. I'm not seeing the screwdriver I want. Will this fit in? It's a tight fit, but it may do it. I think it is doing it. Or is it just spinning? No, it is actually coming out. Okay, so that's one screw out. This is very tight. I think the screws come out. If it's not, I shall pause and go and get the correct screwdriver for it. It seems to be an odd intermediate size. We have a little capacitive dropper for the circuitry. We have the piezo disc just basically glued onto the back of that. It's a box ticking exercise, isn't it? And there is a little LED. Of course there's an LED to flash. I thought this was going to be an ionizer. And there's a little microcontroller, bridge rectifier as part of the voltage dropper, and a transistor to drive the piezoelectric transducer. Right, well, we'll explore that at some point. It looks uninspiring. And a button. Oh, there's a button for turning it on and off. That's useless. You'd think you'd just basically turn it on, not unless it does something special. But either way, it's all fakery anyway, isn't it? As these things usually are, I shall put it back together like this. Oh, I'll get the wires out the way of the screw hole. I don't want to go bang. Well, it's going to go bang anyway, isn't it? Not sure how they were routed before, but they're routed differently now. I'll just put this to the side and get it after. Right, what's the next thing? This box here. Oh, and I see another huge anticlimax there. What's this? It's quite heavy. I'm going to have to get the scissors into this. Solar deck lights, apparently, looking at the label. Let's see what style they're like. Sticky pads for sticking it onto things. Alright, okay, it's got a little AAA cell in there. It's got the classic little 4-pin chip. What's the solar panel? It's a amorphous solar panel. Let's pull out the little tab and cover that over and see if it lights up. No, it didn't. It has no charge at all. Okay. Right, lovely. Let's try another one just in case. The circuit board's just dangling off inside there. It's not even attached properly. No, this isn't. These cells are all flat. Okay. Tell you what, I'll just try opening one because it appears to be just latched in here. Is it latched in there like that? Yes, it is. Then this slides off. There's the battery. Oh, well, the contacts just popped out. Right. One moment, I'll put a bit of charge on one of these. Or just get another cell. One moment, please. Yeah, that's a very oversimplified construction, but I have put a bit of charge in. Let me take the exposure off and turn the light up here off, and we'll see what it does. So the camera's doing it lots of favours. It projects quite a pattern, doesn't it? But it's a colour changing LED, which means there'll be a little diode and capacitor on there. It's not too bad, actually. It's designed to basically sit over a wall, pointing down the way like that, and project that pattern, which isn't too bad, actually. It's okay. The camera is doing it favours, but you know, it's still in the dark outside. It'd be pretty good. There we go, right. Watch your eyes, the light is about to come back. And I'm fairly sure that I know what's in here, because do you recall in one of the last unbagging videos I opened a bag which contained a neon flicker flame bulb, and the one they'd sent had the electrodes round the wrong way. And I thought, are they all like that? Are they literally getting rid of all their rejects on AliExpress? So I thought, well, what better way to find out than to order another one? And this one also has the electrodes the wrong way around. So they are dumping all their crap on AliExpress. Let me grab the lamp tester here. Where is it? It's down here. And I shall plug it in and ram this into here and power it up. And they're completely black on that side and flickering away on that side. So yes, they are dumping all the rejects on AliExpress. Well, that's interesting to know. It'll still work, but only viewed from one direction. Again, the shutter speed of the camera is actually making it look worse than it is, because actually I'm getting quite a lot of coverage of the neon discharge on that. What if that would happen if I changed the exposure? I'll try that. One moment, please. Yeah, I would have given a flicker alert if I'd known it was going to be this, but that is closer to what it is. But as I say, it's supposed to be... Oh, no, it has actually started glowing the other side now. Does that mean there's a sort of... Because I thought there was a coating on the back of these. So does that mean the other one, if I plugged the other one in and left it? Or is it because I was using it under bright light? Hold on, I'm just going to test that by bringing the light back. No, it is now flickering both sides. How strange. Usually those filaments are like those flames are actually the same shape. Although I'm said that, maybe it's just the way they've mounted it. I'm not really sure. It is just the way they've mounted it. It's not actually flipped back to front like the other one. But the filaments, the flame shapes, they're supposed to kind of be perfectly aligned, but they're not perfectly aligned. So maybe they are rejects. They're just ones that didn't meet their specification. But this one does seem to flicker on both sides after that sort of, shall we say, a warm-up and stabilization period. This is why these LED flames are kind of taken over. They're kind of more realistic and less flickery as well. But there we have it. I think that's more or less it. That just leaves the two hats. So over to the other area we go to take a look at the hats. Okay, so let's start the bandana, since that's the trickiest. Not sure what you're supposed to do here, but I basically put it on back to front and tied a double knot at the front, which is annoying because it's flat in front of your face. But then I put it on the other way around. I don't know how it looks. You can tell what you think if I've done it right. I'll see when I look at the video if I've done it right. But that's what the bandana looks like. I would guess it might be a religious thing. It might be a Muslim or Sikh type thing. Not sure. But here is the Brooklyn, New York hat. Let's stick it on. And basically speaking, it's like wearing a baseball cap back to front, except it's always back to front effectively because there's no skip. And when you look at the sides and the back, you'll see it's got its little strap there. But it's all right, actually. It's like a beanie, but in the style of a baseball cap. But that concludes this particular unbagging, and I shall be exploring many of those items in future videos.